Welcome to the historic Pleasant Street neighborhood. This neighborhood was established back in the railroad era in the late 1800s and has since become a vibrant community for Gainesville. Today, we will show you a master plan that combines affordability and sustainability. Let's take a look at it now.
The approach that our team took to the project stemmed from the rich historical ground of the Pleasant Street neighborhood. As we toured the site, we were able to identify a key route of connectivity that can be formed using infill lots located throughout the site route. On these lots is where we chose to direct our specific attention with focus on our three main design points: the macro design vision, the micro construction detail, and how we can promote the formation of an overall communal sphere that really fosters interaction of the resident with their neighbor and with their immediate surroundings of the Pleasant Street neighborhood.
We painted together a revitalization of historic architecture that's consistent with what is already there, right? So we have continuity architecturally. Our goal is to create low impact development, which comes back to every house, every building impacts the whole district.
The community is mostly residential, and you can tell that from its future land use and zoning. Its future land use is mostly RL, which is residential low, and its zoning is usually RC, which is residential conservation. However, there are a few parcels sprinkled in that have different land uses, like DT for the urban core, and open space as park space.
So what types of residences we decided to design for the community include a revitalized shotgun style residence, which is the prevalent style of house throughout the neighborhood of Pleasant Street.
With the shotgun house, we wanted to innovate on the design. But from the front, it looks like just your traditional shotgun house. It fits in with the rest of the buildings. But in the back corner of the roof, we have a hidden patio where residents can look out to the green space and commute or talk with neighbors, which creates a really cool sense of community.
To focus on the efficiency of space and lower cost of construction, we also designed a studio-sized accessory dwelling unit, which helps create pods of communal interaction in conjunction with the single-family shotgun residential unit. And lastly, we created a duplex-style residential unit that we formed into a community that fosters a new growth of interaction amidst developed greenery and park space.
So our design strategy for the orientation of the buildings is that we wanted to create a sense of community between the buildings, whether that be through our renovated shotgun houses or through the ADUs. They all connect through this common pathway. Same thing with the townhomes that all relate to a public green space that can be utilized by the community. And specifically with that townhome community, then we have this huge plaza park just covered by trees that also connects and relates to the church and respects the distance to the church.
Our goal with sustainability is what is socially sustainable, what is environmentally sustainable, what is economically sustainable.
To make sure that all of our green spaces that we designed were not only particularly available for the residents of those spaces, but also for the public as well.
We reached out to the City of Gainesville and they shared all of their publicly owned lots where we can add these pollinator gardens. Now, the goal is to increase the biodiversity of the district itself. Adding native, Florida-friendly plants, shrubs, flowers, and herbs that build a network for pollination. The purpose of the rain garden is to move water off your structure and strategically lower the risk of flooding in the area. Rain gardens move water, filter it down back into the wetlands, and it also evaporates. So what does that mean? It means you're increasing the biodiversity of the neighborhood and the greater region of Gainesville itself.